In today's matchup, we put two titans in the ring. These two heavy hitters are both practically indestructible. They both have an affinity for smashing tanks, and they both hate Nazis. But who would win? Wonder Woman versus Godzilla. Let the facts speak. Hi, I'm your host, and today we ask the question, what would happen if Wonder Woman went toe-to-toe with the king of the monsters? To answer our burning questions, we'll examine their powers, their fighting skills, and their weaknesses. Only one can be victorious. So let's find out who. As always, only one can win. So let's find out who will prevail. We're going to start with the Amazonian Princess Diana, daughter of Zeus and queen of the Amazons. Now, Diana is nearly immortal. She was born on the island of the Mythology 5,000 years ago and has lived ever since. She's also a fierce warrior with thousands of years of training and experience under her belt. Her physical abilities are godlike, possessing superhuman strength, speed, agility, stamina, reflexes, durability, and a host of other abilities. She also has magical weapons at her disposal, like her indestructible bracelets, which she uses to deflect projectiles and even energy beams. She has also got a magical lasso that can ensnare her opponents and force them to tell the truth. Plus, she's a master of hand-to-hand combat, able to take on hordes of enemies, all by herself. But Diana isn't just a skilled fighter, she's also a compassionate leader, and a beacon of hope for humanity. Despite her immense power, she doesn't abuse it, and instead uses it to protect the innocent and fight for justice. She's also a staunch pacifist, believing that violence should always be a last resort. Even against such a powerful opponent as Godzilla, Diana would try to reason with him first, hoping to avoid a fight. She knows that Godzilla is a force of nature, and that killing him would unsolve the underlying problems that led to his rampage in the first place. So she would try to understand what's causing his anger and see if she can help. If talking things out didn't work though, Diana wouldn't hesitate to fight back. She's taken on gods and monsters before, and she's not afraid of getting her hands dirty. She would use her super strength and fighting skills to try and take down Godzilla, but she would do so with respect and honor, trying to minimize any unnecessary damage. For example, rather than just punching him over and over again, she might try to grapple with him or disarm him, trying to end the fight as quickly and as peacefully as possible. She would never resort to cheap shots or dirty tactics, and she would always give her opponent the chance to surrender if they're still standing. But if all else fails, and Diana feels that she has no choice, she will defeat Godzilla. With her indestructible bracelets, she can take some of Godzilla's most powerful attacks head-on. Plus, her superhuman strength means that she won't be intimidated by his sheer size. She's also incredibly agile and could probably dodge many of his attacks if she needed to. Finally, Diana is a master strategist and tactician, able to come up with creative solutions to even the most difficult problems. She would assess the situation quickly and devise a plan to take down Godzilla once and for all. And then there he is, the king of the monsters himself, Godzilla. This gigantic lizard-like creature is one of the most iconic movie monsters of all time. He's been rampaging through Japan and leveling cities since 1954, leaving a path of destruction in his wake. But Godzilla isn't just a mindless killing machine. He's actually a force of nature, a kind of atomic-powered typhoon that appears whenever humanity gets too cocky and threatens the balance of the natural world. Now, Godzilla is huge. We're talking like 300 feet tall and 60,000 tons, give or take. That's about the size of a 25-story building. His sheer size and weight make him incredibly hard to take down. It would take a lot of force to move him, let alone defeat him. Luckily for us, Godzilla has a weakness that Wonder Woman could exploit: radiation. If Wonder Woman were to somehow manage to get close enough to Godzilla, she could potentially stab him with her sword and cause massive internal damage. Of course, this would be easier said than done. Godzilla's thick hide is tough enough to withstand small arms fire and artillery, so Wonder Woman would need to be incredibly precise with her attack. Not to mention Godzilla's natural defenses, like his atomic breath and his tail whip, would make it hard for anyone to get within striking distance. So how does Godzilla typically take down his enemies? Well, he's got a few tricks up his scaly sleeves. First off, he's got his atomic breath, a powerful energy blast that he fires from his mouth. This attack is devastating, capable of leveling entire cities in seconds. Then there's his tail whip, a surprisingly agile move for such a large creature. It's strong enough to knock down buildings and snap tanks like twigs. Godzilla also has his signature stomp, which can send shockwaves through the ground, knocking down anything in its path. And don't forget his massive jaws, filled with sharp as hell teeth that can easily tear through concrete and steel. But despite his intimidating appearance and powerful attacks, Godzilla isn't completely without weakness. As we mentioned earlier, he's vulnerable to radiation, which can weaken him and even kill him. He's also susceptible to sonic attacks, like those produced by a giant moth-like creature that's often allied with Godzilla. But perhaps his greatest weakness is his own arrogance. Godzilla is a proud creature, and he often underestimates his opponents, which can lead to his downfall. So who would win in a fight between Wonder Woman and Godzilla? Let's face it, it'd be a tough fight. Both are incredibly powerful with a ton of experience taking on dangerous opponents. However, we'd probably have to give the edge to Wonder Woman because of her magical lasso of truth. You see, Godzilla's strength comes from his raw power and physicality. But Diana could potentially use the lasso of truth to force him to reveal his weaknesses. And once she knew them, she could develop a strategy to exploit them. Plus, Wonder Woman's experience fighting gods and monsters gives her a strategic edge. She's used to facing opponents that are bigger, stronger, and meaner than her, so she's not easily intimidated. She's also a skilled diplomat and could potentially talk Godzilla down before things get physical. However, if diplomacy fails and a fight breaks out, Wonder Woman's combat skills and magical weapons would likely prove to be a match for Godzilla. Her bracelets could probably deflect his atomic breath, and her super strength would allow her to grapple with him, even if she could unland a killing blow. In the end, it would be a close fight, but we think Wonder Woman would emerge victorious. Of course, there are a lot of variables at play here. What kind of mood is Godzilla in? How much prep time does Wonder Woman have? Is Steve Trevor in the fight too? Alright, let's stop torturing the poor guy. So let us know what you think. Who would win in a fight between Wonder Woman and Godzilla? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're at it, why not learn more about these two titans by checking out our videos on their respective origins? You'll be glad you did. And with that said, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and leave us a comment. Your feedback is very important to us, and we look forward to hearing what you have to say. Until next time, stay curious and keep asking questions. Who do you think would win between Wonder Woman and Godzilla? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're at it, why not learn more about these two titans by checking out our videos on their respective origins? You'll be glad you did. And with that said, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and leave us a comment. Your feedback is very important to us, and we look forward to hearing what you have to say. Until next time, stay curious and keep asking questions.